One of the companies that's up and coming or have been around for a little while now is this VDIAGTOOL. And so this here is their latest entry into the scan tool market. This here is the VD70. This is a 7-inch scan tool that offers about 37 special functions. It's bidirectional. It obviously does has full OE software for pretty much every car that it can, communicate with. Also, one of the special things it does is ECU coding, and it does have key programming. I'm assuming that the key programming is pretty stellar on this scan tool, because VDiagTool actually is a subsidiary of Xtool. If you think Xtool, VDiagTool. So basically, this here is a version of the D7, and that is a very good thing, because the D7, Xtool, the D8, those are some of my favorite scan tools, and those scan tools are outstanding. As far as grafting wise, this thing has 8-in-1 live data grafting. Don't worry, we're going to take a look at all of this stuff. And it also does data viewing. You can export your data as a CSV file, so a common separated value file, so you can take that data and plot it into some other software if you want. It also, you can do like any other scan tool. You can do data record, playback. You can screen record, which I'll always do that in most of my videos, and overlay that onto my video. And has that great 3 years of support and of free software updates. And even after the 3 years, you don't lose any functionality. Maybe except for something you have to ping, say, a server for, you might lose that functionality, like maybe some coding or something like that. But as far as the core features of bidirectional control, special functions, all of that, you don't lose any of that. Again, no matter where you're from, whatever country you're in, you can be able to read this in your native language. And and I guess some of the newer data transfer of data communication, such as CAN-FD and DOIP protocols, they are also supported by this instrument. And a lot of people actually charge for CAN-FD and DIOP, but this is provided this completely for free package inside of this scan tool here. So let's go ahead and unbox this here and take a look, because excuse me, I never had a D7. I always wanted one. So, because I've had a D8 and I had other good scan tools. So VDIAG tools. Go ahead and open this up, see what we get inside the box. And just let's look at this side first. Just got some paperwork here, maybe a activation code in here somewhere. You got your charging things for if you're in another country, you have a United States, so like Australia, Europe, UK, whatever. USB-C on both ends. Interesting. Okay, that's great. I like that. And I always like USB-C because I think obviously everything is going to that. And you got your cord here. And one thing I do like about this is under the Xtool platform, most of the cords, like this head here, this port head here, what you want to call it, this normally you can have to screw it on and attach it. It makes it a little more bulky. So this here's a little less bulky. I do like that. All right, so let's turn this puppy here around and pull out the scan tool. We're gonna fire this scan tool up. Again, of course it needs to be updated and registered and all of that, but I'm just gonna fire it up just for the sake of just looking at the splash screen. Oh yeah, I gotta say right off, I mean, you can tell that this is a quality unit in the hand. I mean, it definitely does not feel, it feels good. That's all I can say. I mean, it even had a kickstand on it. It even has a camera here. Again, probably, like most scan tools, this is a basic camera just to take some pictures. There you have it. Nice, grippy. You got all your ports up here at the top, USB-C here, another port here for the communication cable and on and off button. So let's just go ahead and turn this on and take a look and see what we got here. See what kind of splash screens we got going on here. And again, I will be obviously putting this through. Normally I do one car when I do a SCANTOOL review video or overview. I never really do SCANTOOL reviews. I sort of do overviews to kind of give you the nuts and bolts of what it has to offer. I'm gonna try to start doing more than multiple cars. So, you know, I'm not saying I'm gonna do it with this video, but again, just I think that that's more appropriate. So some people with older cars can see that it'll work, and also with people with, you know, later model cars can also see how it works. So there you have it. So anyway, we are in the stage of setting up right now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and set this up. And then we're gonna just jump right out to the vehicle and see exactly what the SCANTOOL has to offer.
All right, guys, so we're here inside of the car. This is my 2010 Buick LaCrosse that we're in. So we're just gonna really quickly run through the menu here and let you know what's going on. So the auto scan is just what it is. It's just gonna auto scan the vehicle to see what vehicles it is with the VIN and other attributes of that vehicle. Manual diagnosis is just what it is. You can go in and pick whatever car you want and pick the parameters such as year, make, and model, for example. Special function, this thing here has 36 special functions in the main special function menu. But however, do not forget, for each manufacturer, they have specific, you know, what I want to say, special function, special functions inside of the manufacturer software, and that also allows for more special functions. So that's why you'll see whenever it says 36 plus or 37 plus special functions, that's what that means, and we'll take a look at that when we get inside of the manufacturer software. Settings are just what they are. You just got the different settings here. As we can see, we're not going to really go through this here. Remote control, that just takes you to the team viewer here, and you can do that if you want to do that. Service center basically takes you to their website. There's much more information here if you need to find anything out about VDIAGTOOL and more. I'm going to do a future video on the endoscope. I'm gonna connect the endoscope to this unit, see if it'll work, and I'll make a video on that. And updates are just what they are. If your SCANTOOL needs any updates for any of the software, if your subscription is active, you will get updates and reports. Is just what it says. You can record data, make reports. You can do data playback, and you can also view data just the same. All right, so now let's go ahead and jump right into auto scan. And what I will say is that this unit is fairly quick for doing an all system scan. And this car here has, I believe, 29 modules, I want to say. And again, this is quite fast. I mean, we're already on number 15. So that to me, that's it's saying 35 modules. I think this car has 35 possible modules, but this car is not equipped with every single module. And what this will tell us as well, if we have a module that, let's see what else we got here. Let's scroll back through the module list to see. Got a few faults here, but not anything serious. Like I said, most of the time it's just communication. It's just communication codes. All right, so there you have it. Instrument cluster. Let me see what I know. I think I know what that instrument cluster is. Let's take a look. Oh, look, engine control module. Let's see what that is. 3.6. Front wheel drive. Let's see what it says here. So I don't see a check engine light on. Trouble code. There's no check engine light on. DTT play. Let's see what it says. Oh yeah. That's that slow response. I think if you watched a video in the past where I had a my oxygen sensor, my oxygen sensor, bank one sensor one was oscillating just the same as as you know, my other oxygen sensor. I can't remember which one it was. It was just basically just slow response. I've seen that with this unit with my oxygen sensor in this car before. It probably eventually need a new oxygen sensor, but for now it does not. I know that much. All right, so now see what else we got going on here. All right, let's back out of here. Just wanted to check out some of these. The body control module is just going to be faults from I changed all the lights in the car to LED lights, and that's pretty much all that is. Let's see, read trouble codes. This should all be, yeah. Backup lamps, yep. Keyless entry transmitter, battery low, yeah. All these is just pretty benign codes, nothing that will upset anything. Let's see, instrument cluster. Let's go to diagnostic here. Read trouble code. Control ignition on and start circuit short to battery. I've seen this code before, but it just comes and goes a little bit. Probably just an older car, just something just faulty probably in the switch here that you push to turn the car on and off. Eventually it may need one. Let's see, radio, let's see what we got here. So again, what I'm really trying to show you just how quick that it goes into these modules, and it goes in them pretty quick. Yeah, everything is communication, everything benign there. And last but not least, the parking assist control module. Let's see, trouble code, lost communication, yeah. Control module, power circuit, low voltage. Again, probably just age on it, nothing, everything is pretty benign here. All right, so now let's go back to the ECM for the diagnostics. What we want to take a look at, what I want to show you is that if we go to the special functions menu inside of the actual module software, for example, we go here, there's more special functions here that are included with the special functions menu out in the main screen of the SCANTOOL. All right, so let's go to body control. Let's go to transmission and take a look at that one as well. As you can come here to special functions here, transmission adaptive pressure reset. I can't get it out. Transmission adaptive pressure reset. As you can see, that was not part of the main menu. Again, this is manufacturer specific special functions. So again, you get more special functions that's inside of the base menu. That base menu of special functions are just general special functions that may or may not work with your car. Just depends, but still. All right, so let's go back into the ECM. For diagnostics. And let's take a look at some live data. You want to look at the graph. This thing has an 8-in-1 graph, and so let's just do. Let's just go to engine data. I'll just do it to make it simple. Should have wanted fuel trim data. I want to pick 8 PIDs. Let's just do a search for fuel trims, and oxygen sensors. Since that's 8. Fuel. Let's just hit fuel, and let's hit here. Okay, so we can say, let's see. Well, there we go. Got some oxygen sensors. But there we go. Everything that I need right here. This is 8. This is exactly what I want to see. So now if we hit custom, And then we hit, first of all, we're just going to hit graph. We're not going to hit combine just yet. So we hit graph. I just want to show you that if you look at all 8 graphs, they're nice, plain to see. You can see everything, just short-term fuel trim, bank 1. See the long-term fuel trim's pretty steady. That's pretty normal. Oxygen sensors are looking fairly normal. This bank 1 sensor 2 is oscillating just a bit. And again, that's my bank 1 sensor 1 had a slow response. So maybe this one is influencing how the bank 1 sensor 2 is behaving. Yeah, because look at that. That should be oscillating here a little bit more than that. Look at bank 2 sensor 1. That's still oscillating, but the bank 2 sensor 2 also has a pretty steady, voltage. Well, it's bank 1 sensor 1. Bank 1 sensor 2 also has a steady voltage now. So again, that is what I'm normally see with this car. And again, like I said, that slow response oxygen sensor code, it comes and goes. Maybe one day it'll need an oxygen sensor. Maybe it just has something with the ECM just being older. Who knows? Maybe it just doesn't mean anything. So again, I've had the car for about 3 years now, and it's a 2010, and whatever's in the car was in the car when I got it. So it's still in terms of the oxygen sensor and things like that. So working perfectly fine. No real drivability issues. You just see this voltage here. Again, here, just always doing some funny business, but that's par for the course. And if it ever needs an oxygen sensor, don't worry, you'll see a video on that as well. So now let's hit combine. Just to show you everything that you can see here. Everything has its own color code here, and you can kind of, I know this is a little jump, you probably would not put 8 data PIDs on a combined screen, because this here almost makes no sense, but it's just to show you that it can be done. That's all what this is for. All right, so let's go back out. Now, go back to actuation tests. Just look at the actuation test system here. We got all of these things here. This is just, don't forget, this is just the ECM, by the way. So again, we're going to just do something very simple here. We're just going to, in fact, let me cut on this misfire graphic. I want to see what that looks like, actually. We got a misfire. We got no misfires. I'm just curious about this. Hit custom and hit graph. So no misfires. This car runs really well. Okay, so let's go back out to the, so it's not under here what I'm looking for. Enable fuel pump. It's so much stuff you can do. I mean, look at this. This is wild. What I was looking for was just to turn the wipers on and off, but that's going to be in the body control module. Instrument panel indicators. You can check it. This is probably good if you ever buy a used car. Well, you could, when you first put the key in the car and turn the switch on, you should see the check engine light. But if you want to check it more, you can use a scan tool to actually check the check engine light. But that's important because in most states it won't pass inspection if you have an inspection if the check engine light does not illuminate. Evap system. Just going through a bunch of little things here just to show you some cool things. But anyway, let's get back to the body control module and do a quick demonstration of a actuation test. And that's going to be, I'm just going to turn the wipers on and off. Might even wash my windshields. How about that? Let's see if we can wash the windshield sitting right here. Let's go to actuation test. Let's go to wipers. There we go. Oh, washer relay. Let's do that. Here we go. Washer relay. Right now it says that it's inactive. So we're going to go up to the screen here, and I'm going to go ahead and hit, let me see if I can get this all in the screen at once here. If I hit active here, as you can see, I'm about to hit it. See how my windshield wipers, what is it, fluid motor is working. Let's go ahead and hit inactive and stop that. See there, there's plenty of fluid all over the car. So that we just check the motor. That works well. And the circuit to that motor works well. So let's go ahead and check windshield wiper. Let's do that. And let's just put it on low. All right, so let me see if I can get this in the screen. Hit low, as you can see. Look at that, just like that. Sit here and just watch my windshield wipers with the press of a button. I love it. All right, so let's just hit stop. And let's stop that. And normally, I guess it parked itself, but normally sometimes they have a thing here that says park to put the wipers back in the park position. But being that the car is running, it's going to automatically park itself anyway. We say release control. Let me test something out here. If we hit low, we hit stop. Okay, we stopped, and I stopped right here with the blades going across, and now we hit release control. This is probably the park. Let's hit it. Let's see what happens. Nothing. Okay, that doesn't mean anything. It just means that there's no park function here, and that's all. And normally, when you just cut the wipers on and off, it'll just let me make sure that it'll just park them. So we go to data view. Let's just look under data view. You can see a lot of different data periods here. Hit exit. All right, so let me just cut my wipers on. Yeah, just park them real quick myself. So anyway, I just wanted to show you just how well this thing works. I mean, this thing is I gotta say, very nice scan tool. I mean, the feel of this is very nice. The screen is very nice. It's very fast, very responsive. 3 years updates on the house. CAN-FD, DIOP, DOIP, sorry. And additionally, this thing is like under $400. This thing is about $370 with the discount that they give you. So with that said, I could highly, highly recommend this scan tool. I can't recommend it enough. And one last thing, let's just take a look at the report. That's a DTC report. Let's just take a look at the report. I'm gonna just back all the way out and go back to the home screen and show you the report here, what that looks like. Go to the report. This is gonna be from today. No, we don't want to delete it. No. There we go. So the report is pretty straightforward here. It shows you all of your codes that you had in each respective module, shows you some data periods that was happening. And I got to say, you can email it, print it as a PDF. And also right up here at the top, you actually say if you forgot to enter some data about the vehicle, you just touch the little right here will look like a pencil over a pad. You just click that. You can just go up here and change that data to whatever you want, and then hit OK, and it saves it just like that. So with that said, I recommend the VDIAGTOOL, the VD70. It gets my highest recommendation because I know the DNA of the scan tool. I know that it's awesome, and I'm almost for sure that you will not be disappointed if you get the scan tool.